guys, thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, lower right hand corner. Also, leave us a comment in the comments section here at FHN Northwest. Subscribe to our channel, never miss a single segment, a how-to, a cooking recipe, or even our live shows. Do it now. Pretty good day today on the water once again. Got into a handful of Chinook and some chum that are starting to come into the river. The coho eluded us, lost a couple. Had one up close on eggs, lost another on a jig. That's fishing, but one thing I want you to do is take a minute here, watch this next little segment we did. It's basically walking through the process of landing of fish. For a lot of you guys and gals that fish gravel bars or bank fish, and or you get out of your drift boat and are fishing a gravel bar, how to easily land a fish on the gravel and keep them in the water. You know, don't drag them up into the sand and cause any damage to the fish. And then how to care for the fish and release it if it's a fishery where you're catching and releasing fish that you cannot keep. So check out this next little segment. Walks you through that process of landing fish on the gravel bar and how to safely release. Enjoy. Man, oh man. Kind of a slow start this morning. Didn't really get into that many fish. We beat up a lot of really good water, a lot of twitching, a lot of bobber and eggs through some current seams, beads, looking for coho. Wrestled with a couple older Chinook. And now we got down here, the wind really picked up this afternoon, so now we're really fighting the leaves. But we're getting into a few fish. They seem to be fresher fish too moving in, so we're hoping some of these coho will start moving in as well. We're gonna start twitching in this hole. We also got some chum starting to show up in the river, so that's kind of exciting. This is definitely a Chinook. We'll get them tired down here. I want to talk to you guys about landing fish without a net when you're fishing a gravel bar, how to take care of your fish. And on some of these systems right now that we can't retain, even these hatchery Chinook, and we've been getting a lot of hatchery fish, how to land them and release them and basically keep them in the water the whole time. So it's kind of important. Another decent fish. Definitely have some brighter fish moving in compared to what we saw this morning. Getting a little lower in the system and the fish are actually coming in, even though water is definitely dropping and absolutely gin clear. We got a little side pressure on the head till it breaks and I smack Josh in the face with my rod. Show up. Alright, so as we get this fish tired, I'm going to keep about 10 to 12 feet of distance. Okay? I know a lot of guys like to reel down right to your bobber and drag that fish up on the beach. That's not how you do it. When these fish start getting tired, they start to lay over a little bit. And as they lay over, and if you keep the right angle and the distance, with a little tension on your rod, you actually get that fish just to kind of flop up into the shallow waters. Okay, and that's what we're going to do as we get near shore. So I'm going to stay back. That fish will just kind of cruise right on in. If that fish is going that way, I'm going to go this way. The fish turns and goes up this way. I'm going to steer its head back down this way. And then it's like a 45-degree angle. I'm going to come back up here because the fish turns. Okay? About 10 feet. Turn that fish around. Right to about the... That's a nice big one. Barbless hook comes right out. She got a little color to her, but so literally this fish never came out of the water and she's doing just fine. Hooked her in the snout, landed it without dragging it up into the sand and the rocks. She's doing just fine, and we're just gonna push her back in here. She's already ready to go, so off she goes. Basically, that's how you land a fish. When you're on the bank, it's all about distance. Keep your distance. Give yourself 10 or 12 feet. Again, that fish turns and is going upriver. You want to be downriver, a little side pressure, 45 degrees. Fish turns around, runs back downriver. You want to come upriver, okay? Turn that fish around. And when they begin to get a little tired, they're gonna just slowly start swimming. If they lay over, you don't have to yank them up onto the beach. Just keeping that rod pressure, that fish will flop right up into the shallow water. And once they lay over in that shallow water, don't drag them all the way out of the water. Keep them in the shallow water. Get those hooks out. Make sure they're good and strong and they swim away. And that's how you do it. Josh, what are you doing? Anyway, hey, I hope you enjoyed that. Simply just a process I utilize. It's all about angle and distance. Don't get uptight, don't get tied up. Don't get uptight. Don't get tied up onto your fish and try to horse them. That's how you break rods. That's how you snap fish off. Keep a little distance and utilize that current in the direction of the fish to get them on near the gravel bar. Try to keep them in the water and release them unharmed. Hopefully you picked up on a couple things from that. We're gonna jump out for a quick break. We come back, we'll probably be back in studio with something else for you to watch. Stay tuned.